activities that will leave lasting memories. Our time at the Groove is Sipon Beach Resort promises pure delight, horse riding, kayaking on calm waters, to relaxing couple walks, couple games, and beautiful moments under the sunset. It's a perfect setting to unwind and reconnect in the most memorable way. The weekend will cost 7,888 Ghana cedis per couple, inclusive of transportation. Registration deadline is the 25th of August 2025. To register, call or WhatsApp 0545 223324 0545 223324. Don't miss this special opportunity to refresh your love, strengthen your bond in a faith-filled and uplifting atmosphere. Let's make this a weekend to remember together.
Trying to see the unknown. Oh, key steps 1, 2, 3, 5. Make you fall in love with me.
Sunny FM is excited to announce its Couples Retreat 2025.
Like a dream come true.
The Couples Retreat train is heading to the beautiful city of Takoradi this year. Prepare for a refreshing and unforgettable weekend getaway at the Western Serene Atlantic Hotel, crowned with a special vacation at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort. Date 29th to the 31st of August 2025. Lock down the date and get ready to experience a weekend filled with warm fellowship, interactive and impactful retreat sessions, and intentional couple bonding activities that will leave lasting memories. Our time at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort, promises pure delight, horse riding, kayaking on calm waters, to relaxing couple walks, couple games, and beautiful moments under the sunset. It's a perfect setting to unwind and reconnect in the most memorable way. The weekend will cost 7,888 Ghana cedis per couple, inclusive of transportation. Registration deadline is the 25th of August 2025. To register, call or WhatsApp 0545 223324 0545 223324. Don't miss this special opportunity to refresh your love, strengthen your bond in a faith-filled and uplifting atmosphere. Let's make this a weekend to remember together.
Trying to see the unknown. Oh, key steps 1, 2, 3, 5. Make you fall in love with me.
Sunny FM is excited to announce its Couples Retreat 2025.
Like a dream come true.
The Couples Retreat train is heading to the beautiful city of Takoradi this year. Prepare for a refreshing and unforgettable weekend getaway at the Western Serene Atlantic Hotel, crowned with a special vacation at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort. Date 29th to the 31st of August 2025. Lock down the date and get ready to experience a weekend filled with warm fellowship, interactive and impactful retreat sessions, and intentional couple bonding activities that will leave lasting memories. Our time at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort, promises pure delight, horse riding, kayaking on calm waters, to relaxing couple walks, couple games, and beautiful moments under the sunset. It's a perfect setting to unwind and reconnect in the most memorable way. The weekend will cost 7,888 Ghana cedis per couple, inclusive of transportation. Registration deadline is the 25th of August 2025. To register, call or WhatsApp 0545 223324 0545 223324. Don't miss this special opportunity to refresh your love, strengthen your bond in a faith-filled and uplifting atmosphere. Let's make this a weekend to remember together.
Trying to see the unknown. Oh, key steps 1, 2, 3, 5. Make you fall in love with me.
Sunny FM is excited to announce its Couples Retreat 2025.
Like a dream come true.
The Couples Retreat train is heading to the beautiful city of Takoradi this year. Prepare for a refreshing and unforgettable weekend getaway at the Western Serene Atlantic Hotel, crowned with a special vacation at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort. Date 29th to the 31st of August 2025. Lock down the date and get ready to experience a weekend filled with warm fellowship, interactive and impactful retreat sessions, and intentional couple bonding activities that will leave lasting memories. Our time at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort, promises pure delight, horse riding, kayaking on calm waters, to relaxing couple walks, couple games, and beautiful moments under the sunset. It's a perfect setting to unwind and reconnect in the most memorable way. The weekend will cost 7,888 Ghana cedis per couple, inclusive of transportation. Registration deadline is the 25th of August 2025. To register, call or WhatsApp 0545 right here, Sunny 88.7 FM. We're 24 minutes away from 9 on the imdrive. And today we start our very first, series on our Marriage Unscripted series. It's running between now and hopefully the 26th of August, where we draw the curtains down on the series and prepare for the weekend to leave for the Western region. And we're starting with Mr. Paul Mante this morning. He's the Managing Director of EDC Investment Limited. He is the founder of Christian Couples Club, and we're excited to have him. This will be our second time on the imdrive this year, having Mr. Mante with us on the show. Today, we want to look at something very, very important. We're going to scratch the surface on a book that we want to make a part of our couples retreat journey this year. It's among 5 books he's launching this weekend. We'll start our conversations from there, because I think it's important that at least you grab one of these books. And so we'll get in and let Paul maybe run us through a bit on these 5 books. For here at Sunny, and for the sake of Couples Retreat, we're choosing one of them for our journey through this month of August. As many as you're listening, we want to grab one of this book. Mr. Mante, good morning.
Good morning to you, my brother.
It's good to have you here again.
Thank you. And good morning to our listeners and viewers on social media as well.
Yep. We're live on TV, so if you can go to Sunny TV and catch us there. We're live on our Facebook, Sunny 88.7, on our YouTube as well. So, Mr. Mante, this weekend, before we get in on our conversation for today, you're launching 5 books.
Yeah.
5 books.
Yeah, 5.
This must be a lot of, time of work into bringing 5 books out.
Years of work. So we're launching 5 books. We're launching a book on how to own your first house. And especially for young couples and young people, how to own your first house. We make it very practical on how you can own your first house. You don't confuse dream house with the first house. And in that book, I have, I think, about 5 or 6 young people who have shared their stories on how they did their first house. One of them did it, I think, at 28 or 29. Another did at 31. These are young people. And they have shared practically. These are young people, average income earners. These are not high income earners who have shared how they have practically did it. So that is the first book for all young people and especially young couples. And there is another book on a practical guide to multiple streams of income. If your salary is your only source of income, you are a step away from poverty. The least you can do is to do other things in addition to the salary. So we give you a practical guide to multiple streams of income. And the Bible says in Isaiah that your gates will always stand open. They will never be shut day or night, so that men may bring you the wealth of the nations. And your gate, it's plural, it's not singular. Your gates will always stand open. And when you go to Ecclesiastes, it talks about the fact that invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the land. So you got to have multiple streams of income. And we have a practical guide. The 3rd book is a build up on the practical guide.
Yes.
That is 80 multiple streams of income ideas. Now we are telling you have multiple streams, but there is a book that gives you 80 different ideas that we trust in God and believing that anybody who goes through will be able to pick a few ideas out of the 80 and add to their streams of income. And then the fourth book is on marriage and finance that I co-authored with Linda. Because marriage must be enjoyed. Marriage is not perfect. These are two individuals who are not perfect, but who can still decide that irrespective of the fact that we are not perfect, we can still enjoy our marriage. And one aspect of marriage, one of the biggest challenges in all marriages is the issue of money. I mean, when you drill down on divorce cases, a lot of them, you will drill down to the issues of money. So the book on marriage and finance, co-authored with my wife, is a couple's guide to financial independence. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes that enjoy life with your wife. Enjoy life with your wife, whom you love all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun. Enjoy life. You must enjoy your marriage. And I think 9:9, when you go to the 10, then 10 says, whatever your hands finds to do, if you lay your hands on the wife, if you lay your hands on the husband, whatever your hands finds to do it with all your might as doing for the Lord. You know, so this book talks about how to make money, how to enjoy your marriage as well. Make money, chop some. You need to have savings for enjoyment. So we can cancel this triangular marriage. You know, and I'm excited about what Sunny FM is doing. There are people in church who have been married for 10 years, for 15 years. Some are watching us, some are listening to us right now. 10 years, 15 years, they have never done a weekend getaway.
Never?
Yes. Never done a weekend getaway. But this book talks about all this weekend getaway, making time for each other, building the friendship in the marriage. But this is connected to money, how couple can work together to gain financial freedom and enjoy their marriage. And then the fifth book is on retirement planning. Old age, the reason why we need to, and I'm passionate about that book because when you look at the population of Ghana at the moment, about 2 million plus are more than 60 years. Those who get monthly pension are less than 300,000. So you have about 1.7 million who are not on any monthly pension. Those who are on monthly pension will also tell you that the pension cry is not enough. So retirement planning is such an important conversation. So Ajimai, these are 5 important books that solves major life problems that we are launching on Sunday, 3rd of August at 2 p.m. at the Pentecost International Worship Center at Kokomlemle ATTC. If I will do red carpet earlier, so by 12 we are there for the pictures and interviews and all that. 2 o'clock we get into the auditorium and we can clear the book launch coming Sunday, 3rd of August.
Hopefully, I mean, we want to find a way of having the whole, books, the whole 5 books available, at a package for you. I mean, what we do here at Sunny is our front desk. I mean, most of our listeners will walk in, come and pick their books, make payment and pick up the books. And so we want to find a way that come to ATTC, but then after that, if you want to grab all the books, you want to grab 2, you want to grab a few, we want to make some available for this month of August so that you can swing by, pick some. Usually we also deliver to those who would want to pick up. And so we want to take that up for these 5 books. Get yourself ready and grab them right from Monday. We're going to be talking about them every day within the Couples Unscripted series for you to grab some of these books. Now, Mr. Mante, before we get into our conversation, we're looking at building lasting marriages. Before we get into that, let me remind our listeners, you can join us on any of the platforms if you want to reach out to us with a question, with a contribution. On Facebook is Sunny 88.7 FM, Sunny 88.7 FM. On our WhatsApp is 0540-130684. That is 0540-130684. You can drop your messages quickly right here and we would share with Mr. Mante as we goes on. Mr. Mante, this book on marriage and finance. I remember the last time you came here. Off air, you showed us how you began years back. I've forgotten the year. how you and your wife sat down
Yeah.
and just looked at your finances holistically.
Yeah.
What you owe, what you had.
You remember?
Oh, I remember.
So well.
I remember so well. And I was telling Jennifer, whatever Mr. Mante is going to do in Takrady with us, he must take us through that Excel sheet, because I think most of us started our marriages having done nothing like this. And it has gotten to a point where we can't even discuss it.
Yeah.
It has become a no-go area. Men get angry when finance matters are raised. I mean, with this book, why would you recommend any couple or couple-to-be should have something like this in their hands? What nuggets are we going to glean, for the purpose of the couples retreat when one grabs such a book?
Yeah, thank you. So let me backtrack a bit, or let me step back and then share the conversation we had to put it in context. So I got married to Linda 2003. Somewhere 2006, I asked myself one important question, that if we didn't have to work from today, how many months, how many years can we live our lives? Then I realized that, look, we haven't paid attention to our finances. So I think the year 2007, and in Takrady, we'll give the fine breakdown. Then we decided that let's put all our assets together, put values to it. Let's put all our liabilities together, put values to it. So we went through that exercise and we're completely blown away. Because we got to realize the liabilities were more than the assets. In other words, if we sold everything we had in the world, we had been married for 4 years. If we sold everything we had in the world, it wasn't going to be enough to pay for the loans we had. But we were not even aware. And a lot of people who are not aware of where they find themselves, what I call the computation of your net worth, where you do some computation so you can put some values and say that, look, this is where we find ourselves. It's only when you know where you are that it makes it easy to decide where you want to go to and how you get there. So it's important we are clear in our minds where we want to get to. In the book, we talk about 5 important areas couples need to pay attention to, and we will really spend time on that 5 areas in the retreat in Takrady. We talk about retirement planning for couple, because retirement planning is so important. Children are not a retirement plan. Children are a responsibility. Take care of their children, but plan your own retirement. And we want those who read a book, those who join us in Takrady, to become a blessing to their children during their old age and not a burden. So we talk about retirement planning, and in retirement planning, we talk about not just the financial, but the non-financial aspect of retirement planning. Because old age planning, it's not just money. The kind of social life you want to have, family life you want to have, health life you want to have, connection with classmates. We talk about all that. And we also talk about the money mistakes to avoid during retirement. There are a lot of mistakes people make, and they need to avoid it. One typical one is retiring and living in a huge house. When you retire, you downsize your house and chop your money.
You don't have to live in like your dream home or something?
Why would you live in $1 million house, 800? If you have enough savings that can take care of you and you can get going, why not? But a number of times, based on my experience and people we interact with, the man is living in a house that could easily be sold for $600,000, $800,000, and is struggling with medical bills. Cannot pay medical bills, cannot afford basic things. So when you retire, you downsize. Get it, because you don't need a 7-bedroom house. That is the point. So you've worked hard, you have retired. Enjoy your old age. Enjoy your money. Chop the money. Enjoy it. It's as simple as that.
Mr. Mante, a couple I know, older couple told me, Ajman, we've moved to our outhouse. I'm like, why? She said, I fell down on the stairs.
Exactly.
Broke my knee, broke my hip. And so we've decided that, listen, we will leave that house. I'm like, why didn't they start from there anyway?
I visited a couple, and the man was like, Paul, these days, because of the knee issues, we've moved from the first floor to the ground floor. And we've asked the house help to move to the first floor. What is the point? I had breakfast with a couple in Maryland. After breakfast, I wanted to pay. a retired pastor and the wife, and they insisted on paying. And I wanted to pay that. You're on retirement. They said we're on retirement, but we are not poor. We're on retirement, but we plan our retirement. And they in fact, they introduced me to the concept of downsizing. So they had 6 children. When the children left, they sold their big house. They bought a 3-bedroom house. They made some good money out of the transaction, and they are having this is a retired pastor who is like 80 years, has one of these big motorbike, the one that makes a lot of noise.
The Harley.
Yes, exactly.
Harley Davis.
And he's enjoying life in his old age. The wife hardly cooks. They normally eat out because they've planned their old age. So we talk about the money mistakes to avoid. And a simple one is like the housing we talked about here. So we talk about retirement for couple. We talk about housing, how to own your first house as a couple. And it's in the book, and we'll deal with that in Takrade as well. Okay. It's important. You don't need a lot of money to start your first house. You need a little money with wisdom and the right networking and information. And you can be, there are a lot of the couple who come through counseling. Within the first 5 years, they are done with their first house. And we have drilled down in that book on how couple can own their first house. Then we also talk about children's education, planning for the children's education, giving them quality education. In our generation, the children don't need properties. They may not even live in Ghana. Give them quality education. They will take care of the rest. And the 5th area of planning we also touch on in the book on couples, marriage and finance is high life. You make money as a couple. Enjoy life. Enjoy life with your wife, whom you love, all the days of this meaningless life. So we talk about high life, avoiding the triangular marriage. Linda has this statement, and you can laugh over it. So when the marriage, if there's no enjoyment in the marriage, and there is no money and there is tension, the marriage becomes a Tunisia marriage. Yeah. You know Tunisia marriage? Tunisia marriage, this is from Linda, my wife, it's not me. Tunisia marriage is a couple when they get into bed. One is looking towards one direction, the other is looking towards the other direction. So it is a 22 in the Tunisia. That is Tunisia. Tunisia marriage. Their faces are all in opposite directions. Obviously, it's just the bat and bat. Tunisia. This it's not from me, please. It's from Linda. It's Tunisia marriage. But we want the marriages to be Cambodia, where in Kabul people come together. But it's only when there is life. A lot of marriages, it's cold. There's no life in the marriage. They have become like neighbors. Good morning. How are you? I am fine. Breakfast is ready. Okay, I'm leaving. I'll see you in the evening. They come. How was the day? They sleep. They wake up and it's the routine.
Yes.
It's the routine. There is no life. There is no enjoyment. They don't sit down to laugh. Just have fun. That the weekend getaway, like Takrade, sitting at the beach somewhere, going to do some desert safari. Almost see a Nigeria sika. Our if we say musi a Nigeria sika. Sika yadiji e nikeke. Marriage is not a vow to suffer. Marriage comes with challenges. Yes.
Yeah.
There is no life without marriage. Comes with some challenges, but the fact that somebody said I do is not a pledge that I will suffer the rest of my life. Marriage must be enjoyed. If there is no high life, that is when the men call the husbands Kojo Papa, Ojam, Opana, all kinds of. When there is life in the marriage,
We're live on your television, Sunny TV, right now. We're on radio, Sunny 88.7. We're on your social media as well, 88.7 on YouTube and on Facebook. You can drop your comments, and already some comments are dropping in. We'll come and look at these comments, but then Takrade is going to be a place where we would see something new in our marriages. We'll start some journeys anew, because for most of us, we've gone through a routine for years, but it's not too late. No. So far as you're living, to begin a better course for your marriage, the way God has planned it. And if you look into the Bible, the way God has planned it, all these that Mr. Mante is talking about is part of it. Marriage is not a sentence to, like, when most of young boys today, when you say a friend is married, they're like, oh, when? Is he okay? Why is it that somebody's married and we are saying, is he okay? Because young people of today see marriage as pretty much like a bondage that a friend may be going in. And so sometimes, hey, anyone can't share me, he's married. But it's something to be enjoyed. And that's what we're going to run through.
It's also because they are not seeing beautiful marriages.
Yeah.
They are not seeing marriages that inspire them. You know, I've observed something. When you get close to a couple who have a good marriage, very good marriage, their children are excited about marriage. And their children look forward to getting married. But when you see marriages that are not beautiful, I mean, it's like a war film. The children don't see anything interesting about marriage.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, that narrative must be changed. That narrative must be changed. Takra, obey the brutal.
Obey the brutal. Obey the brutal. Mr. Mazia, all the conversation brings me to what we wanted to look, and I'm sure we can touch on briefly so that you can go back to your work. I mean, in your experience, maybe what 2 or 3 foundations can you mention? Stuff can you mention that these are the foundations to a lasting marriage?
2 or 3. The first thing is people must see marriage as a covenant and not a contract. It's a covenant. We are in it for good. There is no window out. So when you get into the marriage, I was talking to a friend in the US who is a nurse, who said this man came on admission, and when the wife comes to visit him, it's so beautiful, and they have been married for over 50 years. So one day he got close to the man and asked him, you have been married for over 50 years, but I am younger, but I'm just admiring your marriage. What is the secret? You know what the man told him? Yeah. The man told him that because in our generation, in fact, my friend's question was that you've been married for over 15 years. It looks so beautiful, but young people are getting divorced. What is the difference? And he said that because we married knowing that we are getting into a covenant relationship and we are not getting out. We are in to make it work. Whatever it takes to work, we are in to make it work. But in the younger generation, you get into marriage knowing that if it doesn't work, I can walk out.
Yeah.
And once you know you can walk out, you will walk out. Once you know there is a door available to walk through, you are likely to use that door. So I think the first foundation is that we are in this thing for good. And if we know we are in it for good, it's the motivation why we can do property together, why we can do investment together, why we can own our house together, because we are in this for life until death do us part.
Yeah.
But when we are not sure, then Charlie, work on your house. I'll do my own things. So just in case we need to part company, I have a place to go and live. If the two of us, we've worked together, we have one house. Like I said, no marriage is perfect. Myself and Linda, we are not perfect, but we are enjoying our marriage in the imperfection. You know, when there are challenges, Charlie, we have one house. We are not going anywhere. We are in. We are here. We will solve our problem here and we will stay here. So the first one is that marriage must be seen as a covenant. It's not a contract. The second thing that comes to mind is where people are deliberate that we are in our marriage to enjoy it, not to endure. We are in it to enjoy whatever it takes to enjoy the marriage. We are going to make sure that we are enjoying the marriage. And when you have that mentality, it brings a certain vibe between the two individuals who are married, you know, and the issue of communication. A lot of people are not talking. In fact, they are not having time to even talk. So communication and communicating with understanding, where we understand each other. So these are some important foundations that I think, and maybe let me add the last one before we proceed. The Bible is your standard if you're a Christian, not what somebody has said.
The Bible is your standard. Well, Miss, there are quite a few messages, but then we'll go on a bit and then we'll quickly look at these. And so on Facebook, Sunny 88.7. On our WhatsApp is 0540-130684. And then we'll look at your messages. Let's look at this. Maybe in your counseling, in your coaching work, what's that one small thing couples overlook that later become big problems? I mean, you've spoken to a lot of people, you've talked to a lot of people. There may be one thing that people seem not to pay attention, and usually before you know, it becomes a full-blown problem. We need lasting marriages.
I think that assumption. People need to communicate. If you assume, my husband must know, I expect my husband, I expect my wife must know. It's because you mentioned something little. I'm not looking at any big thing.
Yeah.
Something very little. We assume, and you see, one of the killers of marriage is unmet expectation. People assume they have the expectations that they don't communicate, and the expectations are not met, and it creates problems for the marriage. So I think that assumptions that we assume, and we keep assuming without communicating, sharing our needs, sharing what worries us, sharing what we are worried about, sitting down and talking about what we don't like. And when people assume, I think that it's a little thing that becomes a big problem later on.
Assumptions, and immediately somebody said very, very true on our WhatsApp. I mean, you came into the marriage thinking Ojam should have done this and that. He looked like this, he looked like that. And so communication became a big thing. I mean, have you told him what you feel about what hasn't been done or the way he's doing it? And a woman has shared a message. He said, my husband will tell you he's who he is. And whatever the media says is their own opinion. And he wouldn't follow them. He said, I'm going through hell seriously. She says Sunny FM is working on doing well for toxic marriages to work out, but some men are very egoistic, stubborn, and so proud that they wouldn't want to change. I feel this is why retreats like this is very important, so that you go, you see people like you, above you, sometimes in the social circles, and still so committed to their marriages. You see that there's a lot that you need to do yourself.
And you know, we are all influenced by what we see and what we hear and what we see. So what you keep hearing, what you keep saying, unconsciously or unconsciously will influence you. If you have a spouse who is stubborn, difficult, and all that, when you check, most of the time they have friends who are like that.
Their circle is like that.
There's like the people you see around. And one of the blessings for us is the couples club, where we rub on each other positively. And one of the blessings of a couples retreat is when you go and you think that you have a problem, and you see people who have problems worse than yours, who are still enjoying life. Then one day, I myself and my presiding elder then had to go and sit on a marriage issue, and you know it's a difficult area. He brought his wife to my place. We left the wife, and then we went on this assignment. We left home around 3 p.m., came back around 8 p.m. So when we came back, the wife was like, "Hey, you are back." We said yes. I said, My uncle used to share a story. The uncle was also a marriage counselor. We'll go and listen to people's problems, try to solve it. When he comes back home, then he'll call the wife, like Linda, nkrofo bro. I said, "Mama, what in us nkrofo bro? We now Paul afanesa."
Yeah.
So sometimes when you go into a retreat like we are going, people share their stories. People have gone through difficult situations, they are still married. Then you know that my problem is not a problem
At all.
It's not a problem at all. So when you get into that environment where the environment rubs on you positively, and we need to be conscious about selecting that environment, like being in this. Look, we are not here to pick on anybody, but if you are consistently in the company of people who have gone through a divorce, they can rub on you.
Yeah.
They can rub on you. I mean, people may go through divorce for all kinds of reasons. That is not the conversation we are having here. But when you're also in an environment where people tell you what they have been through and they are still married for 40 years. I mean, we had a couple talking to us, Couples Club. We have weekly webinars. I think we give them 3 Saturdays. And they have been married for, is it 37 years or 38 years? And they are sharing their stories. And the young ones are inspired. But if they have done 37 years, then the 5 years is nothing.
Yeah.
We will get there. So the environment, like the retreat environment where you meet other couples, inspire you. And you become better at your marriage.
There's only one question I would ask, and then maybe we'll look through the rest of the messages, and then we will wrap up. Only one question. You've been talking about being intentional. Intentionality. I want to find out, what does it look like practically, being intentional? I mean, maybe in your own circles, being intentional, because sometimes certain things are very difficult to do, even to be intentional about it. What does it mean to you, being practically intentional in marriage?
Let me make a statement, and then I'll try to answer. Whatever you feed grows. Whatever you starve dies. If you feed your marriage, it will grow. If you starve it, it will die. So being intentional means that you want to feed the marriage. You want to keep the spark alive. You want to be open to very simple things like quality time with your spouse, where there are days, there is a weekend, there is a Sunday afternoon where we are not going anywhere. It's just the two of us spending time together. We are going to Akosomo on Friday. We are going to Takrade at the end of August. We're going to spend time together. We are doing a day trip. We are going to Shy Hills. We are going to a Brew Gardens. It's a day trip. We'll come back. But we are spending the day together there. So simple things like quality time between a husband and a wife is something you need to be intentional about, that we are spending time together. When I talk about being intentional, things like adding surprises to your marriage. Don't make it boring. Add surprises. Sometimes you surprise your husband. Sometimes you surprise your wife. It keeps the spark alive. In fact, the things you used to do when you were dating, when you were courting, you need to find a way to bring it back into the marriage. Things like compromises. If you are not willing to compromise, your marriage will become a military camp. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. We wake up at this time. This is the order. We sleep at this time. You and your wife. We sleep at 9 p.m. We wake up at 6. When we wake up, you have to bath. It becomes like you need to make some compromises.
Too
mechanical. And your wife is not going to be perfect. There was one day that something happened and Linda was expecting me to be upset. And I'm being practical here. So I come back, he tells me ABC. That's okay, no problem. Life continues. But this I was expecting you to be upset. I said, we've been married for about 20 years. This thing I have been talking about it. Twaso.
Yeah.
Linda Twaso. And you know what? Since then, that has not happened again. So I am not perfect. She's not perfect. So we must be willing to make some compromises where let things go. Enjoy your marriage. Life is short. Even if you live to 90 years, 95 years, it's like a drop in the ocean when you compare to eternity. We are here but for a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, we remember the famous election, the year 2000, that made President Kufuor the president of Ghana. This is the 25th year. 20 years is gone already.
So soon.
Before you realize you'll be married for 15 years, for 20 years, for 30 years. So be deliberate about, let's enjoy this marriage. There are marriages that they are trusting God for children. And we are praying for them. We are trusting God that the children will come. Don't kill yourself because the children have not come. Enjoy each other until they come. We are trusting God that as you are enjoying, they will come. When they come, to enjoy the children too, don't let them come and they become a burden and they become a problem. So whatever situation you find yourself in, just be deliberate that we want to enjoy our marriage. We want our marriage to be a positive example to our children and other people who encounter us. So these are simple things we can do together. Add adventure. I mean, adventure to the marriage. You know, should I say this?
Please say it.
No, couples club. When we are admitting people to couples club, so it's simple. We need the number of years you have been married, and we need a picture, a nice picture. We put on the WhatsApp page to introduce you to other members. Bro, there are people who have been married for 15 years.
They don't have a picture together.
They don't have a picture. Sometimes some of them we have to put them on the page and delay so that they can take a picture so you can use it to introduce them.
Abba.
So we need to be deliberate about keeping the spark alive. We need to be deliberate about enjoying our marriage. We need to be deliberate about that, and we will drill down at the retreat. We'll drill down at the retreat.
Jennifer's on standby right now to register you if you're joining us for this year. Remember, last year, about 92 couples joined at Marlin Beach Resort. We still haven't given Best Westing numbers yet, and so you might want to. I mean, we're aiming for about 100 rooms or so. You might want to register quickly. Sometimes it can come very, very quickly. Talk to Jennifer this morning. 0545 223324 to book right now. 0545 223324. Make a deposit on your room, and then you can take your time to pay, or you can just pay immediately. Or talk to Douglas 0243 664623. That is 0243 664623. First message here: interesting conversations. How can we get the books? Any bundle packages?
Yeah. So we will put some at Sunday FM, but
Yes.
it will be after Sunday. You can pick all 5 together, or you can pick those you want.
Yeah.
But we, as many as can show up, we want you to show up on Sunday. After that, if you can't show up, copies will be available at Sunday FM, and you can pick copies at Sunday FM.
All right. So that's it on the books. Okay, so this one says assumptions. Very true, as you might rewind the selector. Sometimes wives think we are like we are like robots, and this person is talking about the assumptions. And so some men are saying, listen, if you're assuming something, talk to us. Let us understand. Good morning, sir. Marriage today is about what people will get, especially some ladies go into marriage to acquire properties.
We cancel that in Jesus'
In Jesus' name.
In
Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. I won't continue. This is from John Abbott at Sakumono. I won't continue the rest of your message because we've cancelled it in Jesus' name. And this one says, wow, very deep. Mame said that good conversation, listening keenly. Can we have Mr. Mante's contact, please? I think I need to contact him directly. Mr. Mante will give us a little, maybe, advice on that one. We'll share with you. Mami was part of our couples retreat last year.
But you know, Ajima, something just strike me, and let me touch on that. You see, if you are not deliberate to build that friendship and the spark in the marriage, there is a subject matter that is not being discussed: the issue of emotional infidelity. So People are still married. They still go to church. But emotionally, they
They're
are
not
connected
there.
to someone else.
Someone else.
Emotionally, they are connected to a work colleague. Emotionally, they are connected to an old schoolmate. So they are chatting with this person all day.
And that's enough for them.
And that's enough for them. So emotionally, they are connected to someone else. We may take it for granted, but it's a dangerous thing in any marriage where there is emotional infidelity, where you are connected to someone else. You wake up in the morning looking forward to a message to someone else other than your spouse. You are enjoying the company of someone else other than your spouse. There is a problem in the office. You are speaking to somebody of the opposite sex before you speak to your spouse about it, or you don't speak to your spouse about it at all. There is good news, and the information goes to somebody of the opposite sex. It may be a former boyfriend, a former girlfriend, it may be an old schoolmate, it may be a work colleague, majority of the time, infidelity will start with emotional infidelity.
Yeah.
So emotionally, you are connected to someone else and you are enjoying their company, and little by little, and before you realize, you are becoming physical, and the unfortunate happens. So the issue of emotional infidelity, the way to deal with it is the spark must be alive in your own marriage. Your husband must be your best friend. Your wife must be your best friend. Look, if you are watching us and you even have problems in your marriage, convince your spouse and be part of this retreat.
Convince your spouse.
You will not come back the same.
You won't come back the same. Because, you see, if you don't fill that space, somebody will fill it.
Yeah.
Your wife may, or your husband may not leave to go meet anybody, but emotionally, they are with that person somewhere.
Can you imagine there are people who are married, they are cell phone. There is the layers of password
on the phone, on WhatsApp, on YouTube,
you need
Facebook,
a certain password,
facial recognition. Then there's a code.
You need the thumb, you need the toe to have access to one phone. What is? Are they
national security?
National security.
They are working for national security. This is interesting. Listen, join us at the couples retreat. And one interesting thing we do is, I think we don't go to the couples retreat all happy couples. Sometimes before we go, we know some couples who need help, and we come back happy. We come back happy because even if you don't meet a counselor, going through the sessions bit by bit and seeing what other couples are doing, you yourself. I remember last year, one couple was complaining about how the husband brushes his teeth and he splashes in front of the mirror. She was an environmental something. And it was such a big problem for her. She had to raise it. She said, so can't you simply brush your teeth in a nice way? Does it have to be as if you're
compromises?
Compromises.
There are some things you have to accept that this is your person.
This is your husband. This is your wife. And sometimes you begin to have fun with it. After a while,
like Linda Twaso.
Twaso, I mean, this won't change anything.
I will have sleepless nights because of
over this. Please talk to Jennifer right now. 0545-223324. 0545-223324. Good morning, Dorcas Mensah. Dorcas said, if you feed your marriage, it will grow. Great word. Thank you so much, Elder Paul Mante, for sharing. And there's a message that says, how do we join the couples club?
Okay. Let me put up a number. That's not my number. Okay. But you can reach this person. They will help you, or if you want to get in touch, they will help you either get in touch or join the couples club. So you can call Auntie Dorcas. You can call Auntie Dorcas on 0243 244463. 0243 244463.
Let me see if I've gotten it right. 0243
yeah
244463.
Yes.
All right. So
if you reach her, you can join the couples club, or you can reach me as well. But it's for couple. We discourage a situation where only a wife wants to be part. only a husband wants to be part. We don't like that because we think that it creates more problems for the couple. Where you join alone and you hear what other husbands are doing, and your husband begins to look like a demon. But your husband is not even on the page to learn. And you know, we also have a page only for the men. And we deal with our own issue as boys on our page, and the girls have their own page. They deal with their own girls issues. So sometimes we to make a plan for the husbands. Now, and a man took a decision. So
Mr. Mante, before we go, tell us a bit about the Couples Club. I know it's been there for years.
It's a couples club. We started with a few couples about 18, 19 years ago.
Wow.
We were just a few until COVID came and we couldn't have in-person meetings. So we decided I would like to do WhatsApp virtual meetings. And so we created a WhatsApp page and people enjoyed it. So can I bring my sister? Initially, the plan was just a few friends. Can I bring my sister and the husband on board? Well, can I bring my my brother and the wife on board? And now we have close to maybe about 300 couples. It's a WhatsApp page, purely a WhatsApp page. We have weekly webinars on Zoom. So every weekend, this Saturday, for example, we're going to have something on the eye. We have a specialist in that area who talk about an interesting subject matter. I think I've seen it. The subject matter is seeing God's creation clearly. Eye health for the whole family. So it's not just romance and intimacy. We talk about children upbringing. Last week we had somebody talk to us on how to own your first house. This week is seeing God's creation clearly. Eye health for the whole family. So we have weekly webinars on Zoom, and periodically we also do the weekend getaway. We do day trip. 2 months ago or so, we spent the whole day at Safari Valley. Went there in the morning, just have fun, and then we came back in the evening. We did a trip to Sogakope Beach Resort. Recently, we've done Vota Serene, we've done Ada. We just go and chill.
Just chill, Keke. That's
chill.
all.
Blow time, take good pictures, build memories, rejuvenate the marriage, and come back. So if you want to join, if you talk to Dorcas will arrange and will bring you on board. But it's for married couples
only.
We don't want a single person to come on board.
Let me share Dorcas's number again: 0243 244463. Just reach out to her, and then you can join the Couples Club right there. Mr. Mante, let me leave you with your last word, especially for the upcoming book. Launch the 5 books before we wrap up.
2 things. One, I'll be at Akrade if God permits. I'll be there with Linda.
Yeah.
It goes sweet, brutal.
It goes sweet, Keke.
So if you are listening to me, I mean, those who follow me on social media, if you are married, join us at Akrade and let's have fun. Na nipa beji then we are the beer that's why every day you are under pressure. Take a break. End of August, let's go and blow time and let's come back. Now on the Sunday we are launching 5 books. We are inviting as many as can show up. It's a public launch. 5 solid books. Retirement planning, how to own your first house, marriage and finance, practical guide to multiple streams of income, and 80 multiple streams of income ideas. Is that ATTC, PIWC Kokomlemle? It's within the ATTC compound. It's at exactly 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yeah,
Sunday.
Red carpet will be earlier. If you want to have pictures with us, come in early. Let's have the pictures and all that. 2 p.m. we get into the auditorium and we launch those 5 books to bless more lives. Yeah.
Alrighty, so that's it. Mr. Mante, thank you so much for coming. We're looking forward to 29th to the 31st of August in Takrady. Hopefully, when you can make time again within this month of August, we'll have you again here on the show.
Thank you.
Bless you for coming right here, Sunny 88.7 FM. Remember, Jennifer and Douglas are on standby to register you for Couples Retreat 2025. We're doing a 3-day, 2-night stay at Western Serene Atlantic Hotel. The whole package is 7,888 Ghana cedis. Includes your transportation, the 3 days, 2-night hotel stay, retreat sessions, buffet lunch, dinner, and then a day away at the Groove, a Sipong Beach Resort. Everything is at your disposal, from the pool to kayak to horse riding to just sitting at the mangrove to just swimming. Everything is at your disposal at the Groove on that day. We've made sure of that. So 0545 223324, 0243 664623, right here, Sunny 88.7.
Sunny FM is excited to announce its Couples Retreat 2025.
You're like a dream come true.
The Couples Retreat train is heading to the beautiful city of Takoradi this year. Prepare for a refreshing and unforgettable weekend getaway at the Western Serene Atlantic Hotel, crowned with a special vacation at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort. Date 29th to the 31st of August 2025. Lock down the date and get ready to experience a weekend filled with warm fellowship, interactive and impactful retreat sessions, and intentional couple bonding activities that will leave lasting memories. Our time at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort, promises pure delight, horse riding, kayaking on calm waters, to relaxing couple walks, couple games, and beautiful moments under the sunset. It's a perfect setting to unwind and reconnect in the most memorable way. The weekend will cost 7,888 Ghana cedis per couple, inclusive of transportation. Registration deadline is the 25th of August 2025. To register, call or WhatsApp 0545 223324, 0545 223324. Don't miss this special opportunity to refresh your love, strengthen your bond in a faith-filled and uplifting atmosphere. Let's make this a weekend to remember together.
Trying to see that you're only oh, key steps 1, 2, 3. Make you fall in love with me.
Sunny FM is excited to announce its Couples Retreat 2025.
You're like a dream come true.
The Couples Retreat train is heading to the beautiful city of Takoradi this year. Prepare for a refreshing and unforgettable weekend getaway at the Western Serene Atlantic Hotel, crowned with a special vacation at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort. Date 29th to the 31st of August 2025. Lock down the date and get ready to experience a weekend filled with warm fellowship, interactive and impactful retreat sessions, and intentional couple bonding activities that will leave lasting memories. Our time at the Groove, a Sipon Beach Resort, promises pure delight, horse riding, kayaking on calm waters, to relaxing couple walks, couple games, and beautiful moments under the sun.